Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 1, Episode 5, titled Unicorn Unleashed. In this episode, I will say this, this is a more Lincoln-centric episode than a Peter Parker Spider-Man episode-centric episode, because it's all about Lincoln becoming Tombstone. It's for me, I'm like, yeah, I kind of get it. In the comics, he's Tombstone and all kind of stuff, but I feel like they're probably just using that character's name and that. Yeah, he's part of a gang, but I feel like he's gonna get out and see the other place. If no, he's like Tombstone. Tombstone. He is. That's his name. Which I won't lie, I felt it was a little bit too quick. Because in this episode, he's like, I need to get football, man. I need to go to training. I need to do this. I need to do that. And, his boss is like, I don't care. You get your asses over here. Get your ass over here. But I get the idea he's becoming more loyal to it. But it felt it was a little bit too quick because it's like, yes, he saved the life of his crime boss, but I felt like it wasn't enough. I felt like if you just had something more to just layer it a little bit that makes it a little bit more believable that Lincoln would go for on gangster. He would go for on join this gang because the last episode he was like, what the hell, man? You're letting me be part of this gang? Who is these people? Who are these people? And, that's how we find out about the Scorpions and all that. And it just felt, with his story, it felt a little bit too quick. There's a tad, but a little bit too quick. Now, with all the Pierce stuff in this episode, is literally, okay, Harry knows that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. And Norman had the idea of like, well, what if we just put him in the team? The way it's going is acting like an Arrowverse show where we had Team Arrow and Team Flash and Team Supergirl and Team Batgirl and Batwoman. I felt like at this point we are getting Team Spider-Man where it's like everyone is teaming up, but it makes sense. Hey, Norman is a business tycoon. He is a businessman. He's gonna be in a situation that makes him unable to help Peter. So having Harry there to help when Norman's not there is probably a good way to do things. And it's a logical way to do it. And it just, for this episode, it's mainly the whole, hey, these two characters are hanging out, their friendship is bonding, they're fighting off this villain called the Unicorn that of course got teased at the end with the reveal of Dr. Otto Octavius, aka Dr. Octopus, aka Doc Ock, and we find out that Doc Ock is the person who's selling these equipment to these criminals, to these thugs, and if they're able to pay a good price, he'll be like, hey, use this, and to sell off the police. So of course he has his own thing as well. Hint, hint, wink, wink. The big Dr. Octopus arms. But she's our villain, this Washington villain, and it clearly they're hitting Wino because the guy who at least has some kind of bond with her is meant to be the Wino. And the whole, if we ever meet each other against Spider-Man, you may save my life, but you're going to die. I really did thought. I really thought that I'm like, oh, that's Wino. Next time we see this guy, he's going to wear a Wino suit. If it's a Kangaroo one or go that's a classic Wino-esque, the more classical look. Maybe it's going to be the more classical look of Wino if I had to guess this show. But yeah, I mean, so far, there's nothing really that, the big reveal at the end is Tombstone. It's all about Lincoln. It's all about Lincoln this episode. Next week is going to be interesting because we got 3 episodes next week. And next Wednesday is when I'm going to cover and watch and review Captain America Brave New World. So I'll see how I am. I might do the whole thing of like Captain America and then view episodes 6 and 7 and 8 like the next day maybe. But at least you get 3 videos. But yeah, we'll see how they go. But I think next week Daredevil is showing up. Daredevil. But this is kind of cool. By the way, fun fact, Harry's friend, who's it's not meant to be Mary Jane, but it is Mary Jane kind of thing, is was meant to be Jessica Jones, which makes a little bit more sense. Because in the 80s comics, Jessica Jones went to the same high school as Peter, had a bit of a high school crush. You could tell, was it K.O.? The one from the Runaways, she is bonding a crush with Peter, because she's like, the moment Harry tag along with the movie theater, she's like, oh, great, amazing. And it's not like, oh, cool, yeah, sure, I'll happy meet friends. It's like, no, you just want the two. She just wants him and her and Peter together, and that. So, yeah. But anyway, we got 2 more. We're halfway through. What to say? 2 weeks, and we're halfway through the show. But anyway, comment below and let me know your thoughts of this episode. How long it's going to take until he wears the classic suit? Probably episode 8, my guess, if I had to guess. But anyway, comment below and let me know